It's the Blade Radio Show, Music Star Worldwide. Camelback Tower, Scottsdale, Arizona. Welcome in. Welcome to the show. And Leonard Skinner there just kicked in the weekend. And we've got David Menconi here of the Raleigh News and Observer, who's probably rolling over in his cubicle now, having just played Boston and Skinner, which is what we did all the time back in the day in the commercial days. But, I think of Needle and the Spoon, and Ed King of Leonard Skinner wrote that particular song. And I think the greatest interview on the radio that I ever heard, when I go back and think about my favorite interviews, was an interview he did with Bob Walton on WRDU, probably in the late 80s, maybe early mid-80s, maybe something like that. Ed King tells it all. Just a tremendous guy, had some heart troubles, now doing fine. He talks to this day about how Sweet Home Alabama, which he helped write also, and he may have written it entirely, I'm not sure, but he said how that song put a fence around his Nashville ranch. All right. But, okay, we've got David Menconi with me of the Raleigh News and Observer, author of the Ryan Adams book, Losering, A Story of Whiskeytown. I wrote a book, too, and they both came out almost simultaneously. I wrote There's Nothing Louder Than Dead Air, which is out there now. But old Dave, music fan, and you want to talk about a music fan? This is a music fan. You know, we're all fans, but this is a music fan. But he's just spent about 4 or 5 days at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. All right, Dave, the Triangle's American Aquarium. Did they knock it out?
Oh, yeah, they killed it. And hardest working band in showbiz. Crazy young fella has played 11 shows in 3 days. And that doesn't even count the shows they were doing, down in places like New Braunfels on the way there and back. They played their way there and they played their way back, and that's not at all unusual for them. They're just, they're out there getting after it. And, they did really, really well. It was funny. I saw one show they did on Wednesday, and then I saw the first show they played the following day, Thursday, and B.J. Barham, the lead singer, could barely talk between songs, but like any good guts ball player, he sucked it up and could sing just fine. But I'm sure there was a lot of hot tea and lemon involved between shows for them to get through that death march.
And so I've been listening to a couple of their songs, and you see their songs and they're listed on SoundCloud. That's where I happen to get these particular songs from. You look at the list of songs, and then you got to go to the Old North State.
Oh yeah,
the song they do. What a great nickname for a state, the Old North State. I just love that. But
oh yeah, I've always loved that too, and I've always loved that toast they do. Here's to the land of the longleaf pine, which is actually a part of that song. It's great to hear them do that.
The longleaf pine, the southern land where the sun doth shine, where the wheat grows strong and the strong grow brave. Great. Here's to down home, the Old North State.
They've been working it really hard for about a decade now, and they've really carved it out just by hard work. BJ's the front man, a dynamic guy, and he's a funny guy too. He's written some very funny things about like the time Florida Georgia line opened for them, and what it's like to watch stuff like that just blow up huge. And they haven't blown up huge, but they're doing really, really well.
How many copies, let's see who sold more, man. How many copies of your book have you sold? Be honest, and I will be too. You be honest about yours, I'll be honest about mine.
Well, all right then. I believe I am closing in on, probably about 4,000.
Okay.
Close to it.
Good.
So, I'm still a ways off from recouping such as it is, but how about you?
Exactly. There's a guy that good to talk to you, David. Always is. Talk to you again next week. There's a guy that just got a gift certificate for Barnes & Noble, I think, and downloaded the ebook of There's Nothing Louder Than Dead Air. But he was saying, I really enjoyed reading it because you can tell you're not an author. Well, that's right. Here we are, American Aquarium, the Old North State. I love and miss so much. Blade Radio Show.
Savor the fame of the weak heart. Savor the 'cause they are my boys. Like old friends from the war, they've seen me at my worst. This life will take its toll.